Good morning, 8th grade. Would you please locate page 101 in your grammar packet for this week? Toward the middle of the page, it says 3.4 linking verbs and predicate words. The top of the page represents examples from our previous lesson. On Monday and Tuesday, we were talking about the relationship between the subject, the verb, and the indirect and direct objects. And we were noticing that the verb was going to be the key for the indirect and the direct object. Gave what? Okay, told what, promises what. These are action words. These are all transitive because they have objects. And what we're going to do today is we're going to notice that we still have a subject and a verb, but we're going to be distinguishing between this action verb and the linking verb. So today we're going to be talking about predicate words, subject complements, predicate nouns, and predicate adjectives. And we call them subject complements because of the verb in the sentence. It's a linking verb, not an action verb. Again, many of you are going to be recognizing that this is going to be review because we've studied this before. If you can substitute the word is or are, or sometimes some other forms of be, like is, am, are, was, were, or being, but many times is and are. If you can substitute that for the verb, then it is a linking verb. Sometimes the word is or are is going to be used, and then it's relatively simple to identify it as being a linking verb. We'll use that rule, that key, as we go through and we see some of these words used as linking verbs. So once again, a linking verb connects the subject of a sentence with the noun or an adjective and the predicate. We call them predicate nouns, predicate adjectives. Both of them are called subject complements. They either replace the word, kind of like in a positive, or it describes it as an adjective. Juana Ortiz was the director. Subject, linking verb was, predicate noun, director. Ms. Ortiz is, linking verb, imaginative. It goes back, it describes Miss Ortiz, predicate adjective. Director is a predicate noun. Imaginative is an example of a predicate adjective. Definition of a predicate noun is here on the bottom of page 101. And on the top of the next page, page 102, we have the definition of a predicate adjective. It must follow a linking verb. It must rename or describe the subject. They're subject complements. Two more examples. And these examples include those compounds. Ms. Ortiz is teacher, musician. Now you might be saying, well, wait a second, it answers the question what? Indeed it does. However, what's the key? The key is that it's a linking verb, so I cannot and I do not call it a direct object. It is a predicate noun in this example, and in the next example, a predicate adjective. Miss Ortiz is stern, but fair. Common linking verbs are here. We're also going to see common linking verbs on the top of our next lesson. The difference between the two charts, the one you see here and the one you're going to see at the top of lesson number 15 or 16, is that those in this chart include the linking verbs. We see be, am, is, are, was, were, become. Okay? So, most of the verbs can also be used as action verbs. How can I tell? I can tell from the context of the sentence. Director is angry. Can I substitute is or are? Director is angry. Yes, it's a linking verb. What does that make this? A predicate adjective. The director is or are the alarm? No. The context of the sentence, here it's a linking verb. In this sentence, it serves as an action verb. It's the identical word, but it's in two separate sentences. So how do I know? I need to read the sentence. Down below, I have 6 sentences. And I've blacked out the directions because we want to be labeling S, L, V, P, A, predicate adjective, PN, predicate noun, prepositional phrase, and in one sentence I have a direct object, subject insects, linking verb are, invertebrates, it's a thing, predicate noun, PN, subject skeletons, linking verb feel, predicate adjectives, hard skeletons, brittle skeletons. 3. Subject pairs, verb, linking verb are, jointed, predicate adjective, missed that, prepositional phrase. Subject, insects, linking verb, live, no, because I have a prepositional phrase, there are no other words that follow here. Okay, we would call this sentence intransitive. It has no object. Subject, they, linking verb, eat, no, this is a regular verb. How do I know? They are kinds, no, they eat. This is an action verb of food, prepositional phrase. Insects often look different from their parents. Insects are different. Linking verb, predicate adjective. My takeaway from this page is that I need to read the context of the sentence in order to determine whether my sentence's verb is an action verb or a linking verb. If I'm in doubt, I can substitute is or are or a form of be. Skeletons are hard. This sentence contains a prepositional phrase. I'm cautioned not to select any of the words inside of the prepositional phrase. A couple of more examples for today. If you would please turn back to lesson number 16, linking verbs and predicate words. At the top of the page, you have a place for your name, class, and today's date, Wednesday, November 4th. The top of our page contains a review of the definition that we read through and another example. Corinne was captain. Corinne, verb was, predicate noun, captain. Corinne is captain. Remember the rule, substitute is or are. There are 17 sentences that are found on page number 81. And as I look at these 17 sentences, I'm going to be noticing that some of these sentences do not contain a linking verb. We'll go through some of them, and then I'm going to have you finish out. Number 1, grass became. What did the grass become? The grass is. The grass is brown, dry. Is that an example of a linking verb? Yes. Why? The grass is brown and dry. Again, prepositional phrase, do not be tempted to select this object drought. Dessert was. Was what? Cobbler. Dessert is cobbler. Yes, that's a linking verb. Karen asked. Book? No, you see here I already have selected one prepositional phrase. Make certain you take them all because this sentence is intransitive. There is no object. There is no other words that come after the verb. It cannot have a predicate adjective. It does not have a predicate noun. It has no indirect or direct object. Number 3 does not contain a linking verb. Answer annoyed me. Answer is me? That does not make sense. This is not a linking verb. Exterior of the new auditorium. Notice this prepositional phrase comes in between the subject and the verb. Exterior appears stately. Exterior is stately. Yes, that is a predicate adjective, making this a linking verb. Exterior is stately. Callie looks hot and weary after mowing the grass. Callie is. That makes sense. These are predicate adjectives. That is a linking verb. Ride became memory. Ride is memory. Linking verb. Sister played Tiny Tim in the play. Sister is Tiny Tim. No. She played. That's action. That would make that a direct object. That is not a linking verb. Auctioneer of the old property, prepositional phrase, was father. Auctioneer is father. That's a predicate noun. I can substitute is or are. That makes it a linking verb for number 9. As well as number 10, production was success. This describes a production. Production is success. That makes that a linking verb. Please continue with sentences 11 through 17. You will notice I've assisted you here by highlighting the subject, the verb, as well as any prepositional phrase that's in the sentence. Your task is to determine whether there is something that you would label or mark as being a predicate noun or a predicate adjective, and then you would mark on the blank a dot, an X, something for the fact that the sentence contains a linking verb. Try your hand at 11 through 17. Tomorrow we'll pick up and continue our discussion concerning identification of linking verbs and the subject complements, predicate nouns, and predicate adjectives. Any questions? Please make a note here. And be sure to ask me by way of GoGuardian. Have a great day.